What's up, man? I'm back. We back with another one of the Miracle Blueprint. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you watched a couple of my past videos. And, I got to start off by thanking somebody who gave me my first comment. I'm sorry, I just started this. Anisha Adams. I got her comment. She said that, one of my videos came right in on time. And, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I fell off. I'm trying to get back into the consistent mode. I had a very, a shake up in my job world. And, I think this is the perfect time to kind of talk about, this topic that we're talking about with the Miracle Blueprint. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get started. You know what I'm saying? So look, Miracle Blueprint, the goal, chapter by chapter, verse by verse, we going through the Bible to show you that it's the greatest book for your life. Any problem that you got going on in life, if you read the Bible, it will show you, somebody who went through something similar. And sometimes, certain things that you may have not gone through is in this book. So, we're doing this because a lot of people only get the verse. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people only get the quotation of the verse. You got to hear the whole entire story. So right now we're in Genesis chapter 40. So let's go ahead. Let's get to the word. Let's hear Genesis chapter 40.
Genesis 40. ERV. Later, 2 of Pharaoh's servants did something wrong to Pharaoh. These servants were the baker and the man who served wine to Pharaoh. Pharaoh became angry with his baker and wine server, so he put them in the same prison as Joseph. Potiphar, the commander of Pharaoh's guards, was in charge of this prison. The commander put the 2 prisoners under Joseph's care. The 2 men continued to stay in prison for some time. One night, both of the prisoners had a dream. The baker and the wine server each had his own dream, and each dream had its own meaning. Joseph went to them the next morning and saw that the 2 men were worried. He asked them, "Why do you look so worried today?" The 2 men answered, "We both had dreams last night, but we don't understand what we dreamed. There is no one to explain the dreams to us." Joseph said to them, "God is the only one who can understand and explain dreams. So I beg you, tell me your dreams." So the wine server told Joseph his dream. The server said, "I dreamed I saw a vine. On the vine there were 3 branches. I watched the branches grow flowers and then become grapes. I was holding Pharaoh's cup, so I took the grapes and squeezed the juice into the cup. Then I gave the cup to Pharaoh." Then Joseph said, "I will explain the dream to you. The 3 branches mean 3 days. Before the end of 3 days, Pharaoh will forgive you and allow you to go back to your work. You will do the same work for Pharaoh as you did before. But when you are free, remember me. Be good to me and help me. Tell Pharaoh about me so that I can get out of this prison. I was kidnapped and taken from the land of my people, the Hebrews. I have done nothing wrong. I should not be in prison." The baker saw that the other servant's dream was good, so he said to Joseph, "I also had a dream. I dreamed there were 3 baskets of bread on my head. In the top basket there were all kinds of baked food for the king, but birds were eating this food." Joseph answered, "I will tell you what the dream means. The 3 baskets mean 3 days. Before the end of 3 days, the king will take you out of this prison and cut off your head. He will hang your body on a pole, and the birds will eat it." 3 days later, it was Pharaoh's birthday. He gave a party for all his servants. At the party, Pharaoh allowed the wine server and the baker to leave the prison. He freed the wine server and gave him his job back, and once again the wine server put a cup of wine in Pharaoh's hand. But Pharaoh hanged the baker, and everything happened the way Joseph said it would. But the wine server did not remember to help Joseph. He said nothing about him to Pharaoh. The wine server forgot about Joseph. Genesis 40 ERV.
All right, so we back. Genesis chapter 40. My man Joseph locked up. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? He's still using this gift. You know what I'm saying? At the worst possible time, and at the worst possible, how can I say it? It's like when all the chips is down, he just kept using his gift. And it gets us to our main thought of this whole entire chapter. And one of the things that we can apply to our lives is that your purpose doesn't stop because your circumstances are bad. Your purpose does not stop because your circumstances are bad. I think this is so relatable, especially if you want to live a purposeful life and you've lived a purposeful life, or you know your purpose but you're just not using it at that point in time. This is a great way to motivate you, because you're seeing a person that's in jail and he's wrongfully in jail. You know what I'm saying? Go back and check out the other videos, you know what I'm saying, for you can get more context. But he's wrongfully in jail. He's not supposed to be in jail right now. But this is what happens during his journey. He's at a point where he's in jail, but he has a purpose. He has a gift that he's going to continue to use, even though it's not supposed to be, you know, even though this ain't the place where he's supposed to be doing. He's interpreting dreams for pretty much people that's locked up, and you don't know if they're going to get out. You know, of course, he starts interpreting for people who actually worked for the Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Does the baker and the butler. You know what I'm saying? Interpreting their dreams, right? So how is this compared to life? I know how it parallel to my life, because, you know, with developing this channel, and like I said, I just had a shakeup with work, right? I had been working in a restaurant while I've been trying to build this platform, this whole Miracle Blueprint platform. You know what I'm saying? And while me working inside of a restaurant, right, I began to tell people like, yeah, I want to be a life coach. And it was so strange how many people was like, I need a life coach. And I never thought about it like that. Ever since I brought it up, a lot of people was like, man, I need a life coach. I want a life coach. How are you doing this life coaching? And and you know, a couple people I actually tested it out on, right? You know, just to see if it worked, and just to see if my program and my approach worked. And each and every time I saw it, it worked. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have to shout out old girl at the beginning, Anisha Adams, because it was like, man, you know, just getting my first comment, it really, really, really gave me confidence, because I knew I was going to get back to it. I didn't know when, but this gave me the exact fuel to really get back into it. And it's the perfect parallel to where you're just seeing like, man, this guy was just in jail. I'm not going to say restaurant is jail, but it's definitely not where I'm at right now, where I'm able to freely go and make this content for you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times I just kind of fell off. And once I had to shake up, I was like, hey, I can't wait till I get back to making these videos, because I want to make sure that, you know, I go and I share my story with you. You know, one of the things I can totally share with you, right, is because I'm in the middle of it. I know my purpose, but I don't know my purpose. But I know there's certain aspects of my purpose. We haven't got fully to Joseph's purpose yet, but he has skills like interpreting dreams and seeing dreams and seeing visions that he's always able to interpret. One of the things that I have is that I'm a very upbeat person. You know, it doesn't matter what situation we in. Like I'm telling you, I was working inside of a restaurant, and y'all would have thought that I was working at a Fortune 500 company, and I was having hundreds of millions of dollars, or like I was acting like we wasn't dealing with the most stressful environment. It actually really was. But I remained cool and calm. That was one of my gifts. Remain cool, calm, and collective. Most of the times I'm in chaos. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's going to be a skill that I utilize into the future. I want you to think about, because if you're not exactly where you want to be, right, there's something that's special about you. There's something about you that people notice, and something special about you that will take you over the top. And even in despite the circumstances that you're in, you will be able to use that skill and utilize that skill to either help you get to the next level, which we're seeing in this Bible verse that we're going, this chapter in the Bible that we're going over, which is the same thing, right? You will be able to utilize that skill to get you to the next level. Or you'll be able to sharpen that skill to when you get to the next level, it's on a totally different scale of what you thought it would be. You know, that's why I'm sharing my story, because I've been down in the dumps. I've been without jobs. I've been without finding purpose. And I knew I had to utilize these skills. And it's just any time that I got to utilize them, regardless of what situation it was, don't ever shy away from utilizing your skill. The goal behind me doing these videos is because I have to promote the most powerfulest program I've ever experienced in my whole entire life, which is the Miracle Blueprint. I just want you to go 40 days, and within 40 days of this program, you will see a change in your life. If you don't know your purpose, take this fast to find your purpose. If you know your purpose and you know you're not using it in the right way, or you're not in the right circumstance to use your purpose, take 40 days, do this program, and I promise you, you will be in full alignment to where you will be able to properly utilize your skills to its maximum potential. I mean, get to utilize your gift to where you just feel that you're operating at 100% capacity at all times. That's all we want to get to. You want to get into that flow state where it's just like all your skills and all your gifts are always on display, to where you're able to display how powerful and how special of a person God has created you. You know, we're all special people, especially the people of the true God. And once you realize that and you start learning to be obedient and start living among the ways that are in the book, don't listen to the ways that the pastors is telling you. Don't listen to the ways that the YouTube influencers are telling you. You know, read the book for yourself. And I hope that this message sparked that for you. If you've gotten this far, thank you so much. If I was a little bit, you know, I'll say a little bit choppy with this message, I'm sorry. This is my first one back. And guess what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep getting better. And I'm going to keep giving you these stories, these Bible chapters, and these parallels to make sure that you live a prosperous life, a prosperous and peaceful life. Once again, go to themiracle.life. You know what I'm saying? Check out the Miracle Blueprint program. Try it. I'm telling you, after 40 days, you'll see a change in your life. It's your boy Ray, the Miracle Blueprint man. I'm back. I'm stronger than ever. And we're going to keep rolling with it. And until the next video, I'll see you.